Hello students, welcome you all for the science practicals. Today we are starting with 9th standard science 1 practicals. Okay, so here we are ready with experiment number 1. In experiment number 1, there is nothing which we can demonstrate in laboratory. Here only you have to draw the diagrams related to Newton's laws of motion, and from that you have to write down your observations and inference. Okay, so let us see what is the experiment. Title of the experiment is to study Newton's laws of motion. Here the apparatus you can see in the diagram: beaker, card sheet, coil, then one more container we have taken, and in that container sand is there. Then we have metal block, we have wooden block, then we have one balloon which is inflated. Here you can see in the diagram. Okay, so what we have to do here is we have to follow 3 procedures. First procedure, in procedure A, what we have to do is we have to take some sand in beaker, and on that beaker you have to place the card sheet here, and on that card sheet you are going to place coin. Take 5 rupee coin because it is heavy, that will be better. Place the card sheet on the beaker and then strike the card sheet with the flick of the finger. What you will observe is, your observation you need to write here, see down. First observation. So when we strike this card sheet, the coin falls in the beaker. You know why it is so? Because the coin is having the property of inertia. That means the coin don't want to change its state. That is why coin does not move with the card sheet, but it falls in the beaker. Okay, so this is first procedure. Second one. In second one, what you have to do is you have to take sand in one container. Okay, and wet the soil. Put some water in that. And afterwards, in that container, you are going to put or push the 2 blocks. One is metal block and other is wooden block. And afterwards, you have to compare their impressions. What is going to happen with them? So very clearly you can see that the impression of metal block will be deeper than the wooden block. Why it is so? Because the mass of the metal block is more than that of the mass of wooden block. This is what you know, that in second law we are always studying momentum, and momentum is what? Mass into velocity. So as mass increases, momentum also increases. That is why here the impact of metal block is deeper than that of wooden block. Okay, so you will write down the second observation here. Impression of metal block is deeper than the wooden block. Then third procedure or procedure C, you have to take one balloon, okay, and to the end of the balloon here you have to tie one rubber tube. You have to insert one rubber tube and tie it tightly. Then you have to inflate the balloon. That means fill the balloon with air, okay, and put the finger on that balloon, and afterwards place that balloon on the flat surface. Remove your finger, okay, and you have to observe what happens here. So when you are removing the finger, you will find that the balloon will start moving in the circular motion on that flat surface. So that is your observation. Balloon starts moving in circular motion. Now let us move towards inference. Inference means what? Conclusion of this experiment. So in inference, you have to write down all the 3 laws of Newton's. Okay, Newton's 3 laws of motion you have to write down. The laws are very clearly given in textbook. So open your textbook and write down the laws as I have written. If you feel that the space is less, make use of the upper portion of the paper and write there. Okay, so I hope you will complete it from the table. Please note that the journal carries mark, so you have to complete the journal. So these 3 laws you will write by yourself from the textbook. Then you can see multiple choice questions here. Newton's dash law of motion is used in rocket launching. So all of you know the answer very well. Third law, so tick option number B. While doing the procedure 1, here the procedure 1, the coin fell in the beaker due to the property of coin called inertia. Option C, just now I explained. The forces of action and reaction have the same unit and opposite direction. So option A, tick it. Fourth one, on release of a bullet from the gun moves to back slightly. This motion is called as, either it is called as retardation or it is also called as recoil motion. So here the word recoil is there as option D. Tick mark it. Fifth one, momentum. You know that momentum is denoted by P, and you know the formula P is equal to mv, that is mass into velocity. So here the correct option is C, velocity into mass. Okay. Now down 3 questions are given. This question actually you have to solve by yourself. The first one I have given you so that you can understand how to write down the answers. Which other procedures will you suggest to study Newton's laws of motion in laboratory? Okay. So one I have taken for the first law, book kept on the table. You know that when we keep the book on the table, it will lie there unless and until we are not going to pick it up. That means unless and until we are not going to apply the force. Okay. Second one, catching cricket ball and plastic ball. Cricket ball is having more mass, plastic ball is having less mass. So the momentum will be different. This explains you second law. Then third law, for every action there is equal and opposite reaction. So when you are throwing the ball on the wall, the ball comes back to you. These are the examples. You can write down any examples of your choice. If you know better, you can write more. Okay. So similarly here for question number 2 also, you have to write down examples. So you will write them by yourself. Write one example for each law. Okay, complete it. Then the third one, explain Newton's laws of motion with the help of one single example in daily life. So the best example is person traveling in vehicle. Okay, he can experience all the 3 laws here. Just think of the person traveling in vehicle and try to understand by yourself how the 3 laws are applicable there. Okay. So students, I hope you will complete the journal and you will try to complete the remaining part which I have told, that is inference and the second question's answers. Okay. So thank you students.